So at about 1:30 in the afternoon on Friday, September the 19th, the defendant drove up to the ABC10 news station on Broadway, got out of his vehicle, and fired multiple shots, hitting the ABC news station. So thank you to Sacramento Police Department. They did their investigation and found a treasure trove of evidence in this case. And as a result of that, this afternoon, my office will be filing several felony charges, including firing at a occupied building, using a semi-automatic handgun to assault, along with gun allegations as well. So this afternoon, we'll be filing felony charges against the defendant. His maximum exposure will be 17 years in state prison. And we, this afternoon, will be asking that the judge set his bail at no bail, meaning that he will stay in custody and will not be allowed to be released because he is a danger to the public.
And when this case first came across your desk, when you first heard about this, what was your reaction, your thoughts on something like this happening?
Well, first of all, I believe that a free press and a free media, represents one of the pillars of our democracy. And when I heard about the news station being shot at, I had great concern for the safety of those that worked in there, and a concern that somebody was attacking the media, and we will not tolerate that here in Sacramento. And thanks to the great investigative work of the Sacramento Police Department, we have now apprehended him and will be charging him and holding him accountable here in Sacramento.
And a lot of people have been wondering what the motive might have been in this shooting. What can you share about a potential motive in this case?
What I can say is we believe there was a political motive behind his actions. And in fact, when officers went and did a search warrant of his house, they found on his refrigerator with a calendar for September the 19th, there was a note, "Do the next scary thing." And then they went back and conducted a search warrant of his vehicle, and next to a anti-Trump book, they found a handwritten note. And the handwritten note read, "For hiding Epstein and ignoring red flags. Do not support Patel, Bongino, and A.G. Biondi. They're next." And the note was signed C.K. from above. So we believe that there was a political motive behind this, and we believe that he is a threat to public safety. And that's why we're seeking to prosecute him here in state court, where he has a maximum exposure of 17 years.
And you mentioned that note there, saying that these people are next. Beyond that note, are you aware of any other evidence right now that suggests that there could have been other plans in the future or anything else?
Well, right now what we're doing is, obviously, when we're investigating a case, we investigate everything about the individual, what is put out publicly, what is kept private. And so law enforcement, we're really digging into this right now and going into that, and we'll have more.
Okay. And then I understand there's also a federal case involving this suspect now. Do you know how that will work out? Will they play as kind of two separate cases? Can you share it all about kind of how it will work out?
Well, he's facing federal charges, and now he's going to face state charges. But what I can say is that the state charges carry significantly more time and allow for more accountability of this individual, who we believe is a public safety threat. Because here's the deal: at the end of the day, violence, any violence, but political violence and violence targeting the media will not be tolerated here in Sacramento County. And we will hold people accountable, and that's what we're doing right here and now.
Do you have the case number for this case?
I don't have the case number. I think one will get assigned later this afternoon, and we'll make sure that you have it.
Do you know when the suspect is scheduled to appear in court tomorrow?
We have advanced the arraignment, and we'll be filing charges and holding the arraignment and asking for no bail this afternoon at 3 p.m. So I believe that there's a federal hearing at 2, and then there's going to be one at 3. We advanced the state charging date.
Okay, so he'll be appearing this afternoon.
Well, we will be filing the charges this afternoon and asking that the judge set bail at no bail.
Okay.
And since all political from either side will be adjudicated as such. It doesn't matter which side is the spectrum, right? Whether it was far left, far right, whatever. Any political targeting is against the law.
First of all, public safety is not about going right or going left. It's about moving forward and protecting everybody. Violence of any nature towards anyone of any political background, religious background, based upon their belief, is something that we will not allow here in Sacramento. And we will go after individuals who commit acts of violence, including political acts of violence, whether it be on the right, the left, or in the middle. It doesn't matter. It will not be tolerated here in Sacramento at all.
Do you have any words of maybe comfort for people in the media that may feel targeted because of the hot political nature that we're going through in the country right now?
You know, I believe fundamentally, as an immigrant and a refugee myself, that a free press and a free media represents one of the pillars of our democracy. And I will make sure that everyone in our community, whether they are a business member, whether they are homeless, whether they work in the media, not only feel but are safe. And I will hold those who threaten public safety to anyone accountable.